Just wait a little bit and then we're going to get started. So I know you didn't plan on coming in here. But we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club a fun and exciting place for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the efforts that starts something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Moni must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. And keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Eh? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, that's you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoyed the tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Twiggy, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something that I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Serial horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over for me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind at the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine, fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some with your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzingly. Let's all go home, write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Moni. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide on taking responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree with as well, Twiggy? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forward with what's been on my mind this entire time. I never said that I would join the club. Moni may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look at, so I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Moni turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, huh? Thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seemed pretty relaxed. So if I'm writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean it, Twiggy? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Twiggy, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this, you're really amazing. I'll do anything I can to give you a great time, okay? Gee, thanks, I guess. Okay everyone, I think with that, officially the end of the meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write poems to bring the next meeting so we can all share. Moni looks over at me once more. Doki, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Moni with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans out the tea set. Guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the classroom and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Moni. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll get the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most out of my circumstance, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh? Okay. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room. It's calling, and walls and whales or walls. I think it's walls. Walls beyond deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark with one hand. I could feel the deep metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Interesting. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna take my time with this. Okay, we're about halfway done. Hi again, Twee. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I can keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone's already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Twiggy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making a dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. What happened to you, Natsuki? What happened to Natsuki? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Moni. I don't know if you plan on just to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I can't read. Moni, you're literally completely in front of everything. That doesn't work. That doesn't help me. You're completely in front. Okay, so... Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds her stuck between Moni and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Twiggy. We'll make sure you put your comfortable on the first day. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like I said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget any said anything. No, it's not that. I want to try being part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you want me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Moni to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You're looking for something in there? What? Well, this isn't gonna get monetized on YouTube then. Yeah, definitely not monetized. Demonetization, here we come. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collections organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it unless you figure out what the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stack and various books on the side of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns it to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's just simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go and do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Twiggy. Don't judge it. Okay, don't judge a book. Alright. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I'd take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We couldn't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scratches an inch away from me. I didn't exactly expect from sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space that... Wow, she hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder and more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I've read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about to be a bunch of friends in high school, typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare to be writing through something entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. She's so cute. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know that kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I've gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it up in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. Yeah. Definitely getting demonetized. What did she really... I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Moni is kind of a jerk about it. I can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Haha. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot. Even more dots. All of the dots. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It's like she started to fall asleep. Oi, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses right straight into me. Oi. Natsuki? I can just hit history and see what she's saying, but... Or not. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? ... Here. Moni reaches into her bag and pulls out a protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Twiggy. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyways, why don't we all share poems now? What time is it? Oh, we can... Yeah, I think we can go for an hour and then we'll end the stream. Yes. Okay. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It probably was only fair I shared mine with her first. ... Question? Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Eh? Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable, even enough to share yours. Like Moni said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And then you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. ... So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Kit. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure it out if it's a win or a loss if she liked my poem. In any case, you need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only Moni will make me if I don't. We read this one already. In the first part of the series, so we already read about it. We're going to skip that. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But is it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't even make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing is simple writing that puts more weight into the wordplay. Like I set up the rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect from the youngest one here, did you? I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yuri. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine if you don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. What do you ask? Just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make the style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit into two together. The end result is that both styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it has her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not that finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all will come in with practice and learn by example by trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club also valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? And yeah, read this one too. Dot dot dot. I'm sorry, I have such adorable handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, guys just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short and it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easily to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy you think like that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to try. I'm counting on you. Okay, I think we're gonna go ahead and it's a little early, but we'll go ahead and bleh, we'll end the stream right here. So there we go. So I hope you guys did enjoy this quick short stream. We'll see if I can stream some more tomorrow, but don't quote me on that. So we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment telling what you like, and if you want, the link to my Twitch channel will be in the description as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.